if you're talking about ethnicity, if you're talking about religion, if you're talking about what does it mean to be a certain person in today's time, doing an 8 to 8 in a certain location in Delhi, if you're that specific, then I need to go to all these places to find out what it's like, right?
The simple, sweet Imran Ansari from Pataal Lok made viewers believe in humility and made Ishwak Singh an OTT heartthrob overnight. His chocolate boy looks and his on-screen dynamics with Jaideep Alawat made him a household name. We caught up with the actor today on Filmfare OTT Showcase, a prelude to the My Glamm Filmfare OTT Awards. Hi, Ishwak. My
Thank you.
first and most burning question is, what is the kind of questions you would have asked your Pataal Lok senior if you had met him in real life?
My Pataal Lok senior?
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Hathiram Singh.
Hathiram Chaudhary.
Chaudhary.
The kind of question, I had lots of questions for him actually. I was some of the movies he's been a part of, I've really enjoyed, and there were some scenes that I used to watch one of his films a lot, Gangs, and especially his track I was particularly interested in. I really liked that. It was kind of very understated, very interesting, very layered. His performance was great. There was one fight sequence I used to talk to him about, a bunch of other things. You know, we've been on stage. He's done work in Delhi on stage, and his experiences in film school and all of that. Plus, he's from Haryana. I'm from Delhi, so we had a lot to talk about. We had that connection too, geographical connection.
Do you also? Were you also did a lot of stage?
Yeah, I mean, I essentially, for the longest time, I was working on stage. After I studied architecture, I got on, started working on stage as I was also practicing as an architect. So that kind of became, it was like a very organic journey. I started with a workshop and then kind of became a part of this theater group, traveled with them all over the country, did plays, which was a great experience. And as I started that, I kind of started getting film work and started doing work in movies and did some work in South and all of that. Again, all because of how it's like you have a lot of these casting directors. Traditionally, we've been scouting for talent in regional theater groups, so that's been actually the start point of my journey.
Your casting director tells me that he was very keen to do your role. Did you discuss it with him?
I wasn't aware of this until he spoke about it in interviews. So we never spoke about it until very recently, when I guess we both were doing an interview and someone asked him this question and he said it. But I think he was great. He was great in the part that he did, and he would have done a pretty good job in this too. He's a great actor. I would have been pretty happy to do his part. I would have had my take of the head smasher. We could try that maybe if there's well, unfortunately, this is not a play where we can restage it and change the parts. That's one thing I enjoyed on stage a lot.
Tell me, do you over-intellectualize your roles? Do you overthink it? Because, clearly there is a process. So sometimes, you have to just go with the flow and sort of relax and drop your guard. But are you more wound up when you're acting?
No, like I said, I'm not doing any of this. It's the writing. If the writing is simplistic, if it says Ram or Sham mile और उन्होंने जाके यहाँ पे जाके खाना खाया और मतलब if it's a good old नानी दादी की कहानी तो फिर वैसी performance होगी. If you have all these layers, if you're talking about ethnicity, if you're talking about religion, if you're talking about what does it mean to be a certain person in today's time, doing an 8 to 8 in a certain location in Delhi, if you're that specific, then I need to go to all these places to find out what it's like, right? So it's just, in fact, I wouldn't call it over anything. It's the basic work. It's the most basic thing that I did, whatever I did and I spoke about. So yeah, complex writing needs a complex process.
You play one of the most renowned scientists in the world, and who obviously did India proud and all of that. But did you have any particular takeaway from the role?
We can deconstruct it later. But as of now, I'm just going to say that I'm doing this, and I'm super happy to do it. And it's been a great journey. It's taught me so much about myself, so much about, of course, some great people in our country who've laid the foundations for modern India, uh, contributed immensely. And it's just, again, it's like when you do a part like this, um, it's like the first thing we spoke about, and how you said that it's sometimes, it does seem like, I'm doing more than what's required. It's just acting. But the fact is, to get a sense of it, uh, I need to know, and I can only know if I kind of do one of the few things: interact with people, read, think about it, live that, have that sense, to get that sense. That's which is very important to me in a performance. If I need to get that physical sense of what's going on, what did it feel, what was the air like, what did, what was the, what was uh, um, the sense of it, I guess, in a very simple, if I can just simplify it.
You come from an architecture background. Do you see any similarities between architecture and acting?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Even martial arts, for that matter, that's something I've been practicing for a while. Fine arts, music. I'm sure dancers would find commonality between acting and dancing. I think performing arts, arts in general, the fundamentals of all these things are the same, uh, in very technical terms too. But of course, when you compare, if I can particularly compare uh, architecture and acting, there was the art part of architecture. There's a lot of similarity. What, but in a more, how do I say this? There's so many things. I find so many parallels. So like there is definitely a commonality. The one thing that's helped me being an architect and then acting is the methodology. You kind of know that if I have a methodology, in the sense that I do things in a sort of, and when I say methodology, I don't mean that I'm kind of fixed with a certain way I'm going to do things. When it comes to acting, it's always fluid. I mean, I don't have a set pattern, in the sense that I kind of want to structure it so much that it takes the joy away. It's in fact entirely the opposite. But I guess a certain discipline, the fact that you're used to sitting on the drawing board and making drawings. So here I'm kind of used to, it's as simple as used to sitting on the study table and making notes, writing about my character, thinking. It's like, in fact, I find a great deal of commonality in that sense between acting and writing, because I end up writing a lot about my character, what's going on in between, and what is this guy thinking about between the scenes, in the scenes. I'm talking to you right now, there's something else going on in my head. There's so many other thoughts. So it's like, when I'm performing, I want to know what this guy is like, what's in the background, what's in the foreground, and all of that.
And how does your family react to your stardom?
Was they very happy? My mom loves reading all the comments on Instagram and liking all of them. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of uh, a dream come true, and no one probably expected that I'd get this far. It is an extremely competitive space, and yeah, I mean, I was pretty overwhelmed, and the Pataal Lok response was unexpected even for me. I always thought that it's going to make its space, like, it would be a little niche, and I knew it was something special, but I didn't know it'll get this kind of response, and this kind of, it'll be such a huge hit. Everyone's happy, man. I mean, what else? They better be happy. If they're not, then I don't know what to say.
Thank you for taking time off. See, I told you, I promised you it will be a quick one. Thank you, Ishwak, for being part of it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Last year, Ishwak made it to the big nominees of the Filmfare OTT Awards. You can help your favorite join his league by voting now and getting them nominated for the My Glamm Filmfare OTT Awards. Log on to thefilmfare.com or head to the My Glamm app.